Hi, welcome back to another Guitar in the Real World. I thought I'd expand on the concepts that I dealt with whilst looking at the Pat Metheny solo a week or two ago. And we were talking about playing diatonically over changes. Now, another master of diatonic changes playing is the great Keith Jarrett, the pianist. And what you will have just heard at the beginning of this video is me playing through half a chorus of his solo on Body and Soul, which is a great standard. It's one of my favourite standards, actually. And the album that this is taken from is The Cure, which is one of the Standards Trio albums, and it came out in 1991-ish, I think. So that's with Gary Peacock on bass and Jack DeJohnette on drums. So yeah, this is classic Standards Trio stuff, really. They're playing a standard. And I just want to talk about how Keith kind of approaches this harmony, which is a bit like the harmony for Better Days Ahead. Lots of 2/5 kind of movement and so on and so forth. But there's a very melodic kind of scalic approach, although it doesn't sound as obviously scalic, because the ideas are broken up a bit more. But I'm just going to sort of play through each little phrase and explain what's kind of going on here. So the solo starts with this. It goes into double time, incidentally. This double time feel for this solo. It's quite slow. It's like 1, 2, 3 normally, but it goes into a 1, 2, 3, 4. But the harmonic rhythm stays the same, so the chords move as quickly as they did previously. That's another common device to utilise in jazz standard playing. So 1, 2, 3, 2. So what's happening here is the first downbeat on the A flat is actually E flat minor 7th. So it's almost like he's treating it as a minor 11th chord. We're basically sort of in D flat this tune, really, and this is starting on the 2 chord, and so we get, which is over the B 7th chord, which is the dominant of E flat minor. So although B flat 7th is actually the 6th chord, which would normally be B flat minor if you're treating it purely diatonically. Of course, it's actually setting up for the 5 for the next E flat minor 7th. So it just plays around that. 2. Then he goes. All kind of, pentatonic-y, I suppose you could call it. A B flat when it goes down to the D flat 7th, which is a sharp 5 of the D 7th. Or maybe he's treating it as the 9th on an A flat chord to get us back to the D flat major 7th, which is where he's going now. You have to remember, because he's playing the piano, he has control over the chord quality. He's got nobody comping behind him. So if he chooses to make the D7th chord sort of a 9th, that kind of sound, or that sound, or just that sound, or that or whatever, or indeed play it as an A flat part. You know, even if the bass is playing either an A flat or a D, he's got the liberty to do that. So therefore, he's kept the melody really very, very much in a diatonic kind of diatonic parameters, playing that line 1, 2, 3. All right, you get to the D flat, and then you get a bit more chord upper structure or chord extension quality, because on the D flat he goes and plays a C 1. Okay, so you get the D flat major 7th there 1. On the G flat 7 chord, which is the 4 flat 7, again common chord movement, but these are the actual chords of the song. He's actually plays the C natural over that, so it gives you that sharp 11 sound down to the 3rd. He plays a passing G natural to the A flat of the F minor 7th. So he's kind of going scalically. E flat, which is the 7th, and then he plays B natural on the E diminished chord, which is kind of interesting, I think. Which makes me think that he's treating that more like an E minor 6, E minor 7th. He could have been. I didn't really analyse the harmony that he played here, but I just took down the actual main line. So it's quite possible he plays an E minor 7th, because normally on an E diminished chord, that's a substitution for C7 flat 9, which means that it's kind of F harmonic minor, which means you've got a B flat and a C in the scale, not a B natural. So I think what he's doing is he's choosing to treat that as an E minor 7th, which again is a perfectly standard way of addressing a movement like that. You can hear that sound. If we've gone from 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to land back on the 2 chord. Okay, so far everything has been really quite straightforward in the sort of scalic approach. Just to go back a bit before going further, on the F minor 7th, he approached the A flat, the 3rd, from a G natural below. So that's the only time we get chromatic, because on that G flat 7th he goes. Okay, so we're back to the E flat minor 7th, and he does a little twiddle to get us up to the 3rd. So on the half diminished, he plays the 11th to the 3rd, then F7th. Okay, so that's all again very diatonic. Plays an A flat on the E flat 7th. Maybe he's treating it as just like a B flat minor 7th, and the bass moves up to that E flat, and then on the E flat minor 7th, he actually plays C B flat, which makes me think that he's actually thinking, and he goes down to an E, which makes me think he's treating the whole bar as A7th augmented. Sharp 5. I mean, I'm playing it down here, but actually on the piano it's up here. So that kind of all right. But again, it's very melodic, and the kind of chromatic notes that he's using are very much being chosen, I think, for their melodic content, rather than just going, yeah, I'm going to play all these patterns of arpeggios over these chord sequences. It's going to be like, oh yeah. By choosing to play that E natural there, that's really giving us the sense that we're going to go up to D flat. You know, it's saying this is definitely the 5 chord, my 3rd, 9th, sharp 5. This is my 5 chord. And then we get on the D flat. So there's a bit of a weird sidestep there, where he plays it's like an A minor arpeggio over this little rhythmic cross rhythm thing here. Then into the B flat chord, and he plays much more arpeggio type of idea. You know, sharp 9, flat 5, roots, and then he plays like a. So that's a really typical sort of diminished shape. Then flat 9, or flat 10, flat 9, to get us back to the 5th of the E minor 7. Okay, so we're back to the same chords as the beginning of the A section. What's interesting is when he goes to the D 7th, or could be A flat 7th, he's playing very much as though it's in the key of D flat. I mean, on the D 7th chord, there's that real strong D flat on beat 3. And I think he's just gone, you know what, have some of this D flat major right here, because we've got then on the G flat 7th, there's another G natural in there, but I think he's just treating that as an approach tone up to the A flat, which is the 9th. And then we've got the so on the F minor 7th, 1, 2. So over the E diminished this time, that is sounding a lot more diminished in his choice of notes. That's our F harmonic minor sound, I think, and the C7 flat 9 substitution, and then 5th of the chord. The descending part now with the just melodic. Root of the F7th, and then our little 6/5, or was it 6/2/2/5? Again, very much sticking to the sound of D flat major, and we get this and that's taking us into the A7th or the E minor 7, the 2/5/1 into the key of D with the bridge, and that's why he's gone up into that sort of, he's done that arpeggio thing. So that final line is very much D major again, because we've got our 2/5 into D there. He hasn't worried about highlighting the chords so much. So again, you know, check out the original to really hear how he delivers it. I'll play through it again slowly so you can just hear the notes at a slower speed, so you can kind of hear the line and have time to digest the sound of what's going on. And then you'll hear the performance of me at the end again, just sort of so you can see it in action, more up to tempo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys. There you have it. Keith Jarrett. We'll see you soon. Take care. Cheers. Thank you.